So this is Jody Wilson-Raybould. She was the AG of Canada. And this is her testifying in standing committee after the fact. She's a lawyer, and now she's referring to her notes to be correct because perjury is a thing. She's still a lawyer, and she's under oath. And this is something that a lot of people overlooked with these hearings that just blew me away. But just check out what she has to say.
Katie Telford thinks it gives us cover in the business community and the legal community, and that it would allow the Prime Minister to say we were doing something. She was like, quote, "If Jody is nervous, we would of course line up all kinds of people to write op-eds saying that what she is doing is proper," end quote.
So basically, if she allows LNC Lavalin to get away with crimes, give them a DPA, deferred prosecution agreement, that Katie Telford, this woman here, Lily Trudeau would rather have an election than let Telford testify. This is the woman. She's telling Jody Wilson-Raybould that if she allows LNC Lavalin to get away with all these crimes, indictable offenses like $100 million, like people are going to jail, right? So Justin wants all his pals, all his elite pals, to not do any time or anything or pay any kind of penalty. That she would go out and have all her journalists write up a whole bunch of op-eds. This is all proper. It's all fine. Nothing to see here, folks. Now, this is the problem with Justin paying the media. Look at the media. The CBC gets $1.2 billion that we know of. That doesn't include the no big contract. There's a whole bunch of money. Like Justin also gave out $61 million to 1,500 journalists during the last election. If that's not blackmail or bribes, I don't know what is. It's an absolute joke. Like they blackmail him because if you don't obey the orders, you need a court order to actually go and see him in a scrum. Like you're not allowed in any of these scrums because that's happened. We have journalists that have to sue to even stand in front of them, and then Justin berates them, calling them like he thinks he can be the judge of who's a news organization and who's not. If you don't like Justin, he doesn't think you're a news organization and he wants to pull your credentials, right? And has his police force manhandle you like he did that black female Humphrey girl, or they shot that French girl in the leg with a canister, like a big tear gas thingy, right? And that hurts. She had a big bruise and stuff. They roughed up that David Menzies guy. It's a joke. This government is an absolute joke. But here, what I'm saying is, he gave us six. So all these 1,500 journalists got $1,500, and you know what the funny thing is? Not one of them mentioned it. You know how hard that would be to get 40 grand and not actually mention it. Well, the only way they got found out is through a FOIA, freedom of information. So that is so sketch, right? And that's like during an election, like write up nice things. Here's 40 grand. Boom. And then the CBC, apparently during COVID, they got their regular pay like everyone else. No one lost their job like everyone else did, lost their business, their job, their house, blah, blah, blah. No, on average, out of the 1,400 people that worked there, they got a $15,000 raise. Are you kidding me? This is unbelievable. And they're useless. I can show you other YouTubers that have way better stats than them, and they surely don't have 1,400 people, and they don't get $1.2 billion. As a matter of fact, they don't get anything. Is all they get is a couple advertising dollars from YouTube, and they can carry on. But the CBC, for some reason, needs all this money, and what happens? They have Katie Telford that can arrange to have a whole bunch of articles all written up, along with the legacy media that took that $40,000 a piece. If you can't see our democracy is going downhill, like the world is collapsing, is all you have to do is read all this news, and they don't talk about Russia, China, the U.S. turning down peace deals in Ukraine, the banks collapsing, the U.S. reserve currency, the Saudis taking the UN for oil. They don't talk about any of it. They're just diverting. Squirrel, squirrel, look over here. They're a joke.